You really about to do it?
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
Think it on it like that.
Hey, I'm tripping.
What they say in Mortal Kombat, finish him. And that's what Kendrick Lamar did with Not Like Us, you know, during their beef, their battle in 2024. But Drake say, oh, I want to take it off wax now. You know, he want to file a lawsuit against Kendrick over the Not Like Us. This and what they say in Mortal Kombat, fatality. Yes, this was a fatality because he lost on wax and off wax. Drake, yes, and this was a win for hip hop. Yes. Win for hip hop. They not like us. They not like us. Yes. Because you suing over, you know, rap battle, you know, a song. Oh man, this can affect how, you know, rap battles are handled going forward. So it's a win for hip hop. Yeah, clap it up for hip hop. Win for hip hop. You know, Drake tried to save his face, you know, by filing a lawsuit for defamation of what character? Yes, but I'm gonna give you some context from what was it? Was it the double XL Drake lawsuit against UMG over Kendrick Lamar? Not Like Us dismissed. Yes, get it out of here. Drake's defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us has been dismissed in court. As of today, on Thursday, October 9th, Judge Jeanette Vargas issued a ruling on the case, which was filed back in January. After hearing arguments from both sides over the last several months, Judge Vargas has sided with UMG and has thrown out the case before the trial stage. Didn't even make it to trial. You know? Didn't even make it to trial. Another win for hip hop and another win for Kendrick Lamar. Yes, it was a good battle, you know, till he wanted to start being popo and he wanted to control how the battle wanted to go and shit like that. Once he's come out on the other side of the battle, yes, Drake, you know, and I used to like Drake as an artist, but his whole approach to this battle, drop. And then when Kendrick dropped by the Heart Part 6, he would say, stop. His whole totality changed. Yes, his totality changed, you know, towards the end of the battle. You know, for that, drop. You know, you producing AI songs and shit, using Tupac, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, now he's saying, stop. You want to file lawsuits and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this hip hop, you know? But what Kendrick say? They not like us. And that shit still stand. Yes, that shit still stand. You know, Kendrick Lamar, one of my favorite artists. Yes, you know, I covered this entire battle, every track. You know, I was on here, you know, bringing the news, what was going on. You know, it was a good battle while it lasted. You know, kept us entertained last year. But yeah, dismissed this case. Didn't even make it to trial. You know what I'm saying? Dismissed this case. This was rap battle. You know, they say it's opinions. You can't, you know, can't prove none of this shit. You know, you talk your shit, I talk my shit. You know, it's hip hop, rap battle. You know, but like I say, y'all clap it up. Another win for hip hop, big win for hip hop. You know, hip hop, it's been a great year for hip hop. You know, like I say, clips drop, let guys sort them out. You know, that was a crazy album. You know, I went to the, you know, the concerts and shit like that, check it out. You know, so it's a good year for hip hop. You know, I want to be real. Got Mobb Deep dropping an album. You know, Clips is actually featured on that album as well. You know, so, man, they not like us. And the lawsuit has been dismissed. Get it out of here. Rip up the paper, cut it up, get it out of here. You know, but like I say, the battle was fun while it lasted, but Kendrick had too much ammo. Drake dropped what Family Matters in. Kendrick dropped the Grams. Meet the Grams, you know, so it's a great battle while it lasted. But let me know what y'all think about this. You know, had to, you know, bring this news because I say, you know, I got to talk about hip hop shit. And, you know, I was following Kendrick, you know, that battle Drake. Kendrick, one of my favorite artists. So let me know what y'all think about this. You know, comment, like, subscribe. Best way to help, you know, share the video. If you're entertained, hit that cash, baby, because they not like us. They not like us. We out.
Ladies and gentlemen. Saying.